Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Chi with Divine Vibrations with Chi, and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to do our daily affirmations, but also talk about one method of relieving stress, right? And that you can use that's very simple and easy and actually on the spot stress relief. So, I'll get to that in just a minute. So let's start with our daily affirmations for today. And I'd like to share something new I have. So I know I've told a lot of people, I'm just going to move this over here a little bit, shared with everybody my love for earth and rocks. And I'm just going to see if I can show you this. But I am so happy because I just got this cute little new shelf to put my beautiful earthy rocks on because I just love rocks. And I'm just going to show you just a few right there. Look at that. There's my sodalite and my ruby zoist and and this one's a Mukate jasper, which is really great for your lower chakras, which are the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, and the root chakra. As you can see, the colors are actually even in there. So that's another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that if you hold a stone of the color of the chakra, it helps to channel those kind of healing properties as well as each individual stone has particular healing energies depending on the type of stone. So, a little bit of info right there. So I'm going to just pull out a affirmation for today. What's today's affirmation? I will say no to that which does not serve me and yes to me. Oh, wow. I needed to hear this today. I don't know who else needed to hear this today, but I needed to hear this today. Today, I was bombarded by a person that is close to me that is very controlling. This individual has to have the last say. They want to have control over everything. It takes them, no joke, 30 minutes to say one thing that they can just say in one sentence, but they tell you every which way but answering a question or anything. And it's super frustrating dealing with this type of person. And unfortunately, sometimes we have to deal with people like that in our lives. And saying no to them is important. And some people call it shutting them down or shutting them out. It's not. It's standing up for yourself, because sometimes you have to tell that person, no, I'm not going to listen to that. That's not what I asked. That's not what I need, to hear right now. Let's stay on topic. And that individual, they're lacking something, right? They're lacking either a sense of self-worthiness, a sense of validation, self-validation. And so they seek that by getting the attention of feeling important. And so they insert themselves into everything in their lives. And so they have to find the importance in everything. And things are important, but not everything needs to be super heightened or explained. And sometimes there are people that they seek that attention, right? And that validation. And so sometimes saying no to those people because they don't serve you. I'm one of those people that I'm very direct and straight and to the point. If I ask a question, I try to, extract just the information I need. And if I'm asked a question, I try to answer that question. And just that. And sometimes we have people in this world that derail things and get, off track. And that takes away from what needs to be handled, right? And so, say no to that which does not serve me, and yes to me. And sometimes that means putting somebody outside of your immediate space. And sometimes you can't do that, and you need to find a way to find your own. And sometimes you need sound therapy and you need to. And sometimes that's not around either. And you're like, what do I do? Well, I carry something else with me that helps me with stress relief, and that's in my toolbox that literally helps me in a stressful situation. And sometimes it's important just to let out the stress, right? And don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for letting it out, voicing your opinion. And yes, some people don't like it because they want, they don't, they don't want to deal with the stimulus of being outward, because some people are very inward and internalized. But it's important to speak your voice and not let other people bully you by their manipulative methods. And sometimes people act like not losing your cool is the better way. Well, I'm the opposite person. I feel like sometimes you got to let it out and express how you feel. And I'm, like I said, a very vocal person. So when I say that I don't like something, people take offense to it because it comes out just as it is. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't try to be all like use words that are covert. I am overt. I'm not covert. I am overt, which means I just say it. And some people can't handle that. So sometimes I get stressed out by those people, and I use aromatherapy to help me deal with that. Now, I've done this with work situations, I've done them in personal situations. Sometimes you're standing at the DMV and it's just crazy in there, or you're at the grocery store. How do you deal with a situation that is getting the best of you and lowering your vibration? And one, sometimes it's letting it out, and two, is bringing yourself back to center. And like I said, sometimes you can't do a meditation out loud. Sometimes you don't have a sound therapy tool that you can use to help you get more centered. Sometimes we don't have, the ability to listen to some kind of like positive feedback, whether it's a TED talk or something like that. So I use aromatherapy. And these right here are pre-mixed, different scents. Like this one has eucalyptus, lemon, lime, orange, tea tree, marjoram, Indian peppermint, rosemary, and fractionated coconut oil that is organic. And I bought these off of a natural site that sells like natural cleaners. It's called the Grove Collective, and it's all very earth friendly products. And this one's called Deep Breath, and it promotes a clear mind. It comes in this like little bottle, and it has a roller ball. And then I usually put it on my wrist and I rub it, and then I smell it. And you can also put it behind your ears if you want. Some people don't like that because it messes with their perfume. And then say sometimes, you're out somewhere and something's bothering you, you could just pull this out of your bag or your pocket and sometimes just smell it straight out of the bottle. And it totally helps. Taking in that deep breath just totally clears your mind. And it is a deep breath. It is a clearing and a cleansing that's needed. And sometimes I need that. Sometimes I hold on to my rocks that I carry in this is an amethyst. And I carry this in my purse and I will hold on to it, and I will like just massage it for for its energy, right? To help bring me back to center. Another one that I have is Sweet Dreams, and this one is one I use for the kids and even myself when going to bed when it's find it hard to sleep and I needed to get a reset of my energies. So that's one way I can say no to that which does not serve me and yes to me. So let's pull some oracle cards today and see what kind of positive messages we can get. I'm going to pull from, I think I'm going to use the Sacred Traveler deck today and the Oracle Fairies deck today. So let's see what we get. I don't think I've actually used the Sacred Travelers yet. It's one of my favorites, actually. I'm just going to put this right there. It's super pretty. And I think I've mentioned this before. I am a fan of mandalas. I love mandalas. And they make me so happy. Let's see. That's too many. All right. Let's see. Spirit, Ascended Masters, guides, the universe, please give us a message. Oh, there's one that turned over. I'm just going to take the one that turned over. Thank you very much. Is there any other messages that you want us to know from this deck? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So says fogged in. Go slow, take time. Maybe some of us feel like we're in a fog right now. Some of you may feel like that because of the environment that we're in and the circumstances that are around us today that are changing, and you might feel fogged in and that things are cloudy. And I know I feel that way today. It's kind of telling that that does show up for me today. I do feel fogged in. I personally am going through something that I feel I have very little control over, and I have to slow down and take the time to let it happen and unveil itself. And then I have other people that are trying to really assert their moves or their wants and desires, when really what the time requires right now is for us to just chill out and take the time to slow down and let things happen. Wondrous universe, walk in beauty. That is so important. Today is a kind of a gloomy day in Portland, Oregon. But I love gloomy days in Oregon because I love the smell of rain, and it hadn't rained in a while, and it rained today. This morning when I woke up, I had my windows open last night, and this morning when I woke up, I could smell the rain, and I love rain, and I could smell the rain inside my bedroom. Like I just, it is an amazing scent. It is cleansing. It is refreshing. It is new. I love that smell. And then the third one is great adventure. Take a risk, venture forward. So many of us right now may feel like we're in a fog. And we might need to take a few seconds out of our day every day to walk in beauty and appreciate where we are right now in our lives. And maybe change is happening and we need to take a risk for a great adventure in our lives. And that will help move us forward. You never know. I'm just going to take a look here and see what the book says, since this is a brand new deck to me. So fogged in. Actually, let's see what. Yeah, there it is. So the card meaning is, even if you can't see what's around the next corner, go forward slowly and gently. You are safe. When you take the time to go slowly, new perceptions emerge that you can't see if you are moving fast. Move away from the rapid pace of everyday life and step into the majesty of stillness. Yeah. Take time, resist the impulse to go ahead with your first instinct. Take time to tune in to your deeper intuition. Power is born in those times when you relax into the present moment. And I guess that's kind of what I was trying to do today is I was in this meeting and this person just, was asking all these questions about, well, why can't this happen? And why can't that happen? And what about this? And what about that? And yes, we do all have many questions, but sometimes sitting in the moment and letting the moment and absorbing the now, so many of those questions get answered eventually in time, right? And they get unveiled. And just like a fog, if you've ever sat in a fog, taking one step at a time, things become more clear, right? Because you're going one step ahead, not looking over the horizon or looking towards the horizon, because you can't see that yet. It's all fogged over. So, taking one step at a time. The next one is Great Adventure, and it says, at the end of your life, you are more likely to regret the things you didn't do than the things you did do. Take risks. Not every risk enables success, but if you don't try, you'll never know what remarkable experiences were available to you. That's true. Just me even putting out these videos and sharing a part of my life experience, a part of my life journey, and how I am changing things in my life in this environment and going with the flow and trying to do new and different things is a risk. And maybe nobody watches this video. Maybe a ton of people watches this video, and it really doesn't matter to me, right? Why? Because I'm doing it for me. Because I can be shy sometimes. As much as I am an extrovert in many ways, I am an introvert in other ways, and I needed to express myself. And this was one way I could learn to express myself, whether it's putting myself on video. So it says, by stepping out of your comfort zone, you'll discover new talents and abilities. Playing safe in the long run is no safer than venturing forth with glee. To quote Helen Keller, life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Yes. So let your life not end up being nothing at the end of it, right? And when we get ready to close our eyes, whenever that is, and none of us know, right? We only know the now and what's going on right now. Yesterday is gone. There's nothing we can do about yesterday. And there certainly isn't anything that we can do about the future or what's on that horizon, because we can't see it yet. The only thing you can see is what's sitting in front of you right this very second. And sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going to happen. I accept that I don't know. And that's okay. It's okay to not have a plan, but it's important to understand what things you can use for a future plan or have at that disposal. Like, for example, my dad is elderly. He has had a stroke and he's going to need care. I can't do anything about what is happening right now, right? I can't do anything about his stroke, or I can't do anything about where he's at right now. He's with a sibling that's taking care of him. But what I can do is understand that when he does come to the area that we're living in, which is a planned thing, I know that I have resources and that I have needs that will need to be met, and I have resources in place that I have attained or gotten in contact with or have knowledge of. And some of those resources can't be accessed right now because the person isn't here. And so it does no good worrying about what it can be or what will be or what should be until the person's here. But also understanding what resources you have and what you don't have is important, and assessing, okay, well, I have this and I don't have that, and this may be a possibility, and I'm going to keep them all access and available to me, and an open mind that this may happen. For example, an elderly person may be doing okay right now, but they could decline and most likely will decline. Understanding that where they are right now may not be where they're going to be, and planning for what they're going to possibly need is important. But not worrying about any of it is also important, because you can't. You're dealing with what you have now and planning for what you might have in the future. And having and juggling all those things are super important, but you can't worry about it. You just have to plan for it. And so sometimes when you plan for things, you have to look at all your resources and try not to be bogged down by what you have and what you don't have. And that's a lesson I'm trying to learn myself, because we don't know what the future is going to bring, right? So going with the flow. And then the last one is wondrous universe. Says, walk in beauty. You live in a beautiful and wonderful, wondrous universe. You are a beautiful being. Take time to see and cherish the wonders of life wherever you go. It transforms your life. There is remarkable beauty within you. Simply acknowledge it, acknowledging allows it to surface even more. The time you take to create beauty in your home will manifest in your life. In Native traditions, walking in beauty means to honor all the natural creator in all things, including oneself. That's true. So I'm taking time out for myself today and trying to understand that I also do matter, and the things in my home. And then I don't know if anyone's seen my challenge of the week, my soul challenge that I'm working on. And in my soul challenge this week, it's to declutter and take things that don't no longer serve me out of my life. And again, it falls in theme with this right here. I will say no to that which does not serve me, and yes to me, right? And that's another thing too, you guys. I keep seeing 1221, which means that there's a relationship in my life that needs to be removed, that is negative or doesn't serve me. And so I have to end that. So understanding the signs that you see also are super important. And numbers are a very important sign that I actually tap into. So take a look around. Sometimes some of you might be seeing synchronicities. Those mean something. And it's important to look at and listen and figure out what those synchronicities are telling you. Like I said, I see 1221 a lot, 101010 a lot, 888 a lot lately. I see 222 a lot. So many of you might be seeing those synchronicities. Stop, listen to what those synchronicities are telling you and how to conduct your life according to those synchronicities. So I am, there's one. And let's go for one more. Wow, there's a few. Okay. I think this deck wants me to know a lot. Let's see, there's like 5 of them. All right. It says, all right. So I'm going to start with this one first because I feel like it's telling me. First one is lost and found. And it says, what was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the lost and found fairy, sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. So maybe some of us out there are feeling a bit lost and need to find ourselves and need to say no to the things that don't serve us and say yes to me or something within ourselves. Next one is manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation is step 1. Yeah. So I actually use a vision board for my manifestations. And I do write. I do a gratitude journal every day. I actually manifest I am mantras and the things that I wish to manifest in my life. And I use a vision board. I try to keep my vibration as high as possible because let's be honest, there's a lot of people in this world that try to project their negative energies onto us. And I call those people energy suckers. So if the energy suckers of the world are trying to draw you out of your positive vibe, there are many tools that I share in my videos that can help bring you centered to yourself and keep you to yourself. Somebody did that to me today, and it was hard to bring myself back. In fact, I didn't really want to do this video even today because of how it made me feel some type of way. But then I realized that, you know what? I did need to do this video because this was part of bringing me back to my center. Next one's journey. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I just love that. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now, which is kind of funny because I just filed for my passport. And then the next one is come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps to get the job done. And yes, that is true. Sometimes, like today, I was finding that one of my teammates is having a hard time letting go of, they don't want to do a certain particular task, but they don't want to let go either and let other people handle things. And so they are very controlling. And that's what I'm trying to let go that does not serve me. And realize that I don't have control over that controlling person, except for to put them outside of my circle and say, nope, you're not going to control me anymore. And once you let go, you don't have control of the situation either. And just let it flow. And the last thing is flourish. Isn't that pretty? The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. So that is what I'm trying to do today, is let go of some of the negative people in my life that are energy suckers that keep me from living my best self and achieving my best self. And I don't have any control over that, but I also don't have to deal with it. So remember that. You don't have to deal with somebody else's dysfunction. You can just step away and say, no, I'm not dealing with you. And it's okay to stand up and voice your opinion. Voice your opinion is very important, because if you internalize, I truly believe that cancer is formed when negative energies actually attack your cells of your body and form these negative feelings. And when we internalize these, it is a cancer, and it manifests in your body in different ways. And I felt like my throat, the reason I ended up with a thyroid that wasn't working was because I wasn't speaking my truth. My throat chakra was totally closed. I was not speaking my truth. I was always, like, as part of my culture, I was raised to be quiet and not speak my truth. I wasn't allowed to voice how I truly felt, even if it was somebody that was totally like hurting me, like emotionally. And many of us do that. We close off ourselves, we shut down, and we internalize. Well, the only person that's hurting is you. So voice your opinion, even if other people don't like it. And sometimes they're not going to like it, but do it anyway, because you're going to need to let go of what's holding you back. Don't let somebody else hold you back. There are plenty of ways we can voice what is wrong, or when somebody is doing something wrong to you. And sometimes voicing that opinion helps. And I know if you feel like you're in danger when you voice that opinion, then get some help. Go to somebody that can help you be in a safe space till you can voice that opinion. And that is super important. So if you don't feel safe to voice your opinion, don't yet. Go to a safe space. There are plenty of places that you can feel safe. And then when you get to a point that you can voice your opinion, you can. And some of us sometimes can't. Sometimes you have to voice your opinion to the universe and let the universe decide, because you can't voice your opinion to a person. So every person's circumstance is very different. And I know that some of us are in spaces right now that we can't voice our opinion. I hope that you know that there are resources that you can go to for help. And if you don't know who they are, there's a nationwide 3-digit phone number that you can call. It's 211. Again, that number is 211 for anybody that needs help. If you are in need of speaking with somebody and a resource, call that number, 211, and somebody will help you. There have been many times in my life that I have needed to call that number and ask for help. That number is a great resource for mental health help, for helping to find counseling, housing resources, abuse resources, home resources. So please don't sit quietly. Don't let somebody abuse you. Don't let somebody take over. Sometimes aromatherapy isn't what's going to help you. And I know it helps me with relieving my stress right now, because I'm in a place where I can stand up for myself and take care of myself. But I know that there are many of you out there that are not in that place. So please, if you need that resource, 211 is a great resource to call. It's nationwide for those people that are in need of a helping hand. And I hope that this helps somebody today. Please know that you are a wonderful person, and you are loved and cared for, and that there are people, groups, and resources out there that can help you in your time of need. Please reach out if you are in a place that you need help, because you are loved. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of tone today. Know that it's okay to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Here's some aromatherapy. Take a deep breath. And if you need help, reach out. Start with 211. Namaste.